That was the fall of 2003, the year I had graduated high school. I always knew God was with me, but many times questioned why these things would happen to me. I definitely wasn't perfect and made a lot of mistakes, but He was with me through it all. In 2004, I met a girl in my church whom I thought was pretty, and we began dating. She had a rough childhood, losing her father when he left at age 2, and then went through some abuse at an earlier age before becoming a teenager. Neither of us had healed from any of our past trauma. She had a sister a couple years younger than her whose dad had left at 2 years old. Then she had 3 more sisters from her mom and stepdad who adopted her. The physical in the relationship came very quickly as we both had our separate issues we were masking yet unaware of it at the time. She became pregnant the year I was living near IU Bloomington to go to college for music. I had always been able to play music well by ear, but felt like I needed the ability to sight read as well. It was once I was down there that I realized I didn't want to go into that kind of debt and have no way to pay it back. That is when I started my professional truck driving career at the Indiana University bus facility. I moved down there in the fall of 2005. In 2004, I had joined a Christian rock band whose leader was a guy my family had grown up with in the church. Dave Cummings was the band leader for a band called 99 Left. It's after the parable of the lost sheep in the Bible. Ironically, after leaving the band in 2005 and going down to college in Bloomington, that is where my prodigal son journey really began to take root. When I was at 99 Left, it was a lot of fun. We would have rehearsals at Dave's home normally once a week, and then play shows on the weekends. We all had full-time jobs elsewhere and still managed to play about 60-some shows that year. Between coffee shops, a college campus at Anderson University, and a really cool campus crusade event in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, we had a lot of really good times. I loved the guys in my band. We all got along really well and laughed a lot. My band leader's wife Teresa also played and just brought a real joy to the group. One of our last places we played before I left the band was at the Campus Crusades Conference in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It was something so cool because I literally got paid more money than at my job to play a couple times a day and the rest to be at the beach. It was one of the best times of my life. We actually were down there at the same time 2 of my brothers were vacationing at Myrtle Beach, so we got to go have dinner together one night. When we left to head down, we were scheduled to stop in Charleston, West Virginia, but had a tire blowout on the toll road about an HR away and had to come back to Elkhart, Indiana to switch trailers. As we got back on the road, we were hit with pouring down rain all the way through Ohio and WV. Because we needed to be there to do a sound check by a certain time, we now had to drive all the way down straight through. Almost all of US didn't sleep, and from the time we first left, it was 40 hours later that we arrived. We had a little bit of time before our sound check, and I thought it was a good idea to take a quick nap beforehand. My band leader had already experienced my tendency to sleep talk, and he knew the lights guy who was with us snored really loud, so he thought we'd be a good pairing. Apparently, my band leader Dave made numerous attempts to my room, and I would either not answer the phone or just pick up and hang back up without me even realizing it. He got the key from the guy I was sharing a room with and had to physically shake me awake because I was out. Needless to say, we did our set that evening, and while everyone else stayed around chatting and hanging out, our band basically all just passed out from being so tired. It was a truly memorable experience, and we had some really great times hanging out together that week, praising God and relaxing on the beach. That fall of 2005 was when I moved to Bloomington, Indiana. At first, I didn't really know what to do. I was trying to find some new friends. I moved into an apartment complex just off of campus, so I was still right close to where everything was. I knew I liked Bloomington, Indiana when I first moved there, but I began to really love the place. It was hilly, scenic, and had a lot of things close by. I wasn't used to like nice restaurants and big store chains. I had talked to someone about using the practice rooms on campus for playing the piano, and they said that was totally fun. I was really nice to be able to go in there when I wanted to and play, even though I technically never went there. I got hooked up with an Assemblies of God church, which is now called the Genesis Church. The people there were so welcoming, and a few of them became great friends right away. The pastor's name was Dave, his son Timothy, and their family, as well as a Bobby, who would become a great friend and literally took me under his wing. If they were going out out to eat, he would take me in his car and normally buy my meal. He'd asked to meet up with me to be an encouragement and asked me to join the youth worship team. I was able to play a special Christmas song I wrote while down there, and I'm so grateful for the people God surrounded me with while there. One Friday afternoon, I went down to the soccer fields to try and see if anyone would play. It was really cool when I saw a group of people playing soccer, and they asked if I wanted to join, so I said yes. They were really kind, and I had wanted to try and find some new friends. After we played, they asked if I wanted to come eat with them in the dorm food court, so I agreed. One of them used their card to pay for me, and we were having a lot of fun just joking around. They decided they wanted to watch a movie and asked if I'd go with them, so I said sure. Before we went to the movie, we went to one of their dorms and sat down for a bit and chatted. I had recently gotten a really cool winter beanie hat from two of my best friends, and had somehow left it at the dorm room on someone's bed. I don't really even remember what the movie was, and maybe that's because I think I might have fallen asleep during part of it. That was a habit I had started years before that. I wasn't really a night owl, nor was I a morning person. I would constantly fall asleep while watching movies with friends, whether in theater or at someone's home. It was all going well until after the movie they wanted me to come with them to a drinking party. I told them I was really tired, so they just dropped me back at my house. I didn't realize until later that I didn't have my hat. The next day was a Saturday, and IU was playing a home football game. They kept talking about maybe going to or just going down to play some recreational football ourselves at the practice fields. When I realized I didn't have my beanie hat, I figured no problem, I'll see them anyway. I decided to try texting, and was just not getting any response. They had told me we'd go hang out that afternoon, but I wasn't getting a hold of anyone. I finally called a few times, and at around 3-ish in the afternoon, one of them answered, clearly just waking up and in a hangover state of mind. At this point, I just wanted to get my hat. I asked about it, and they said we'd worry about it later. Later never came, and all of them completely ghosted me, not returning any text or phone calls. It was a couple months later that I watched them all get on the campus bus I was driving, and none of them said a word to me. I didn't want to cause any kind of a scene, so I just let it go, never seeing them again or getting my really nice beanie that my two best friends bought me. I remember being at a campus bus driver lot pickup location by the IU Stadium and pacing in my bus, waiting to hear the news my first son was going to be born. From that point, I moved back up to northern Indiana and got married 8 months before my son would be born.